What's going on, guys? If you're new around here, my name's Nick Jones, and today we're going to be unboxing the brand new 16-inch M1 Max MacBook Pro. That was a mouthful. Let's get into it. Okay, so I do want to preface by saying I currently have the 2017 13-inch MacBook Pro, the base model. That is what I've been editing and doing all of my computer work off of for the past like 4 years. I got this computer right before I went to college, so I wasn't a video editor at that point. To be honest, I was barely a photographer. So I literally just got the base model. I didn't care about like the processing power. I didn't care about RAM or any sort of internal storage, graphics cards. Did not care about it. I was literally just writing college essays on this thing. So that's why I got the specs that I did. However, little did I know that I was going to be a video editor. So honestly, it makes it a little more impressive, in my opinion, the fact that I've been able to edit what I have for the past 4 years on this computer. I don't know exactly, but right here are the specs of my current 13-inch MacBook Pro. And for anyone who actually knows anything about computer specs and video editing, like recommendations for computer specs, you will know that right here, these specs are actually horrendous. So that is what I've been dealing with for the past 4 years. So it is not an overstatement when I say that this new computer will actually change my life. So with that being said, I can't wait anymore. I need to open this thing. Oh, man, you don't understand how happy I am. Here we go. Pull here. Ah. There we go. Let me flip that around so you guys can actually read that. All right. Before I freaking break it. Oh. Oh my god, it's freaking huge. Ooh. Ooh, she beefy. Okay, we'll save that stuff for later. The nice engraved MacBook Pro. Oh, too nice. All right. Stop it. I don't care anymore. I gotta open it. Okay. Actually, here, you know what? I'm gonna let you see it before I do. Cause I'm generous. Ready? Oh. Wait. Haha. Things are happening. Hello. All right, so move that aside. Let's get to the rest of the stuff. So we have a little envelope. Got some black stickers. That's nice. All right, so the brick itself is no longer square. It's like a slightly elongated square, a rectangle. Elongated square. So what I do need to get is like the extension piece that can basically add a cord so you don't have to plug this directly into the wall. Like even with the older, smaller square, I've had issues with it plugging into the wall, just too heavy for some outlets, so it falls out. Really annoying. So definitely need to invest in the extension cord to save me from that problem. And then the cord itself is a nice braided cord. The only thing I wish, since I got space gray, I wish that the cord was a little darker color. This more lines up with the silver color computer, so I wish that Apple made like a space gray cord to go along with the space gray computers, but you can't win them all. And I can't freaking open this. All right, so here it is. It's super nice, braided, love that. And here it is, the infamous Magsafe Charger. It is a solid cord. Gotta love the braided touch, like nice touch, Apple. Let's just confirm that there's nothing else in here. I don't think there is. Okay, we're good. Now, let me just quickly set this up.
To use English as the main language, press the return key.
Return. Okay, so as this is setting up, let me just talk about the specs real quick. So I did not skimp out on anything except for the internal storage, but I will get to that in a second. So this is, like I said, the 16-inch M1 Max, the M1 Max chip with 10-core CPU, 32-core GPU, and I upped it to 64 gigs of unified memory. And I only did 1 terabyte of internal SSD storage. It can go up to, I think, 8 terabytes, which is honestly absurd. Like, I don't need that much. Basically, my editing workflow has been off of external SSD drives for the past 4 years, and it works. Like, I'm very used to it, so I didn't really expect myself to change to just editing with everything saved to like my internal computer drive. So I plan on just continuing to use external SSDs, plus all my footage is already on all of them. So on my old one, I had 512 gigs of storage. So just doubling that to 1 terabyte should be plenty for me. And yeah, I'll just continue using external SSDs for my editing workflow. So the screen, like I said, 16 inches. I believe it's a 16 by 10 aspect ratio with the notch. So it's not 16 by 9. There's a little bit more vertical screen real estate, which is cool. It's a liquid XDR retina display, so it can support a full HDR editing workflow if you were to do that. Personally, I don't, but it is nice that it can support full HDR. It's essentially the same as the Pro XDR displays that Apple has, which are what, thousands of dollars each. So that's cool that this small laptop has that. And let's talk about one of the biggest things about this computer, the ports. Now, I can't be like, oh, the ports are back, Mac is back, because I didn't have like the original or like older versions of the MacBook. The 2017 version that I had, the 13-inch, is my first and oldest MacBook, which only had the Thunderbolt ports. So I can't like relate to the whole the ports are being back thing. But I will say, it is very nice to have ports. Get rid of that dongle life. I've had a dongle for like HDMI, SD cards, everything. And honestly, as we all know, it is very annoying. So the fact that ports are back is huge. So let's go through them real quick. We have 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports, a full-sized HDMI, an SD card slot, and finally MagSafe. And we do have the headphone jack as well, but who really cares about that? The big things are the full-size HDMI, SD card reader, and the MagSafe. When it comes to the SD card reader, I'm not gonna complain because it's great having them back in the computers, but don't forget, Apple was the one that got rid of it in the first place, and now they're basically just trying to advertise the fact that, oh look, we brought the SD card reader back, when in reality, you're the ones that took it away. To be honest, I wish they did this a couple years ago because my workflow has kind of transferred away from SD cards. Do I still use them? Yes, but the majority of the time, probably like 70 to 80% of the time, I'm using a CF Express card at this point, so I will still need my CF Express card reader, but I do still use SD cards every once in a while. Like, I'm filming this video on my CF card, not an SD card, but you know, it's fine. I will not complain for having that back. Full-size HDMI, that's fantastic because I do use a secondary monitor. I've had an HDMI cable adapted to fit the Thunderbolt port, so now I can just get rid of that direct connection. And this laptop is capable of supporting 3 additional Pro XDR displays and a 4K TV. Why you would need 5 screens for your editing workflow or whatever workflow you're trying to do with 5 screens, I don't know what you'd even be doing, but the fact that you can even do that is cool. And then we have MagSafe. So if you are like me and didn't have an older MacBook, then let me explain quickly what MagSafe actually is. It's essentially just like a magnet charging system. It doesn't actually plug like internally into the Mac like Thunderbolt ports have been for the past couple years. Essentially, it's just a safer way to charge. So with the internally plugged in cords, if it got pulled out or like yanked out for some reason, it could potentially cause damage to the interior of the computer, whereas now it just magnetizes on. So if someone like trips over your laptop cord and it yanks it out, it's just gonna easily come out. So no damage will be done. Really handy, useful tool. Don't know why they would have gotten rid of it, but I'm glad they got it back. Additionally, you can still charge with the Thunderbolt 4 ports. So if you ever forgot your MagSafe charger, just grab any USB-C cord and you're good to go. And then I briefly touched on it earlier, there is a notch, which again, controversial thing. I'm so used to the phones having them notches now, I don't notice it. And personally, I don't even care. Like, I think when it comes to the notches in Apple, you either truly hate them or you just don't care. And I am definitely in the do not care. Like, does not bother me whatsoever. It doesn't get in the way when I'm watching anything on my phone, or I doubt it will here. So could not care less. What I do care about is the new improved webcam on the laptop, because I take a lot of Zoom calls with clients. So being a video person, I don't want to have a bad bad Zoom call, like my quality is bad. So the fact that I can have a full 1080p webcam, fantastic. Okay, a few other new things. The keyboard is new. My old one had, I think it was called a butterfly keyboard. That was another huge controversial and like debatable topic. Again, and personally, I didn't mind it. Yes, it was loud, I will give you that. But personally, I liked how it felt to type. Like, I think I'm a pretty fast typer, so typing on that old laptop just felt really good. It was like very tactile. I liked hearing the sound. Granted, yes, it was very loud, but I didn't mind it. And I have already typed on this a little bit. I don't care about the change. It does feel different, I can clearly tell. It definitely is quieter as well, so that's great. But yeah, I don't care about the keyboard that much. And another very controversial topic is the touch bar. The new MacBooks do not have the touch bar, which could go either way. Again, I think it's either you love the touch bar or you don't mind it, or you like don't care. I again fall in that don't care category, because did I use it on my 13-inch? Yes. Did I use it to its full potential? Absolutely not. The only things I used the touch bar for was to change the volume, lock the screen, or change the display brightness, which you could and probably should be using actual tactile buttons to do. So like, I didn't use any of the like software features in other things. Like, didn't even use it to change tabs. Like, that's how much I didn't use it. So the fact that it's gone, honestly, could not care less. All right, so then we also have fantastic battery life. I think Apple advertised it to be 21 hours of watch time. So you could literally be watching Netflix for 21 hours straight and it would not die, which is phenomenal, because my old laptop was hitting the bed so hard that if I watched one movie, it'd probably die before the movie was over. So like, editing while not plugged in, not possible. Like, I had to carry my charger everywhere I went. I needed to make sure if I was like at a cafe, I had to sit near an outlet because I had to be plugged in. Whereas now I can sit wherever I want, which is not really important, but it matters to me. So yes, there is no touch bar, but they still maintained the Fingerprint Id, which they just implemented it into a single little button at the top right-hand corner. It's just a side little button, which is nice. And for everyday people, you're probably not going to even notice this, but it has a 120 Hertz refresh rate, which is kind of a big deal for tech people. But again, for the everyday person, you're not going to notice the difference. Essentially, things just refresh faster, because I think the old one, my 13-inch, had a 60 Hertz screen. If I'm wrong, I will put the correct number right here. So the new iPhone 13s have a variable 120 Hertz screen, which I think can go up to 120 but down to 10 when it's like kind of idle. But I think this is a constant 120. I might be wrong. Again, I will confirm right there. And with that, I think that's all you need to know about the new 16-inch MacBook Pro. I will definitely be doing a follow-up video in about a month or a couple weeks, just to kind of give it a go. I'm literally going to be editing this video on this laptop, so that'll be the first test. And then we'll see about like export times, rendering times in a future video. I'll do a direct comparison between mine and the old one. We'll do a full-on review once I've gotten a chance to just put it through its paces, see what it can actually do, because I have really high hopes, really high like expectations for this computer to blow my mind. It better freaking blow my mind, because I spent $4,000 on it. It is not an exaggeration when I say that this computer will literally change my life. That is just how much I edit. I'm filming things, editing things every single day of the week, whether it be for personal YouTube things or for client work. Every single day I'm on my laptop editing. So this machine will literally change my life. So with that being said, I'm gonna end this video here. Again, if you have any video suggestions, leave it in a comment below. And if you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. It's up to you. You don't have to, just consider it, but please do, because it actually helps and makes a difference. And I will see you in the next one. And with that, we are officially done. Let's go.